Hello and welcome to the new episode of We Talk Talent Series Season 5, the show where we bring you insightful conversations with top HR leaders shaping the future of talent management. Today, we are joined by Beenal Raychura, Head of Human Resources, ENGIE India. Beenal, welcome and it's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you. Thank you, Anmol.
So before we dive into the discussion, I would like to briefly introduce today's speaker to our viewers.
Yeah.
Beenal is a seasoned HR professional with more than 19 years of experience in various areas of HR. Her extensive industry experience includes IT, ITES, manufacturing, recruitment consulting. She has a strong background in process and policy formulation for India and other nations, having been involved in organizations' early stages and various acquisitions. Beenal has worked with stakeholders at all levels, including VPs, managing directors, and global leadership. As a certified Six Sigma Green Belt, she has also experience in conducting audits and closure. So starting with my first question, Beenal, according to your observations and the specific needs of your industry, what types of skill shortage do you believe are currently fueling the talent war?
Okay. So, Anmol, in industry like us, or even in any industry in India, I think the talent war is there and it's prevalent since very long time.
Hmm.
The reason is that people are looking for the proficient skill sets, and that is, I think, leading to a talent war. Now, when I talk specifically to our industry, which is in renewable energy sector, if we go based on what the market is giving, I think about 90% of the employers are actually ramping up. So not only about the replacement, but actually hiring additional resources and additional resources also on those lines which are proficient in the skill sets. That in itself is creating the talent war for us. So we ourselves are also facing the talent war, keeping in mind the experienced manpower that we need from the market. At the same time, NG's focus on sustainability energy sources like solar or wind or biomass makes it even more complex for us. That is one part of it. Second, we are also looking at the expertise with the digital technologies. Now, why digital technologies? Because we are looking for energy management and innovation at the same time, along with the experience skill sets that we have. So it makes this much, much critical for us. On the third aspect to this is that there are certain government regulations or regulatory related changes and a lot of framework that you see in the market in this particular sector. So having these kind of employees becomes very, very invaluable for us because these are the ones who are going to navigate us through these regulatory affairs and the policies to build our solar or build our organization in this industry in India. That makes it difficult with respect to talent war. If I add more to it, we always keep talking about recruiting, but I think it's important to know that it's not only about recruiting, it's also important to retain and develop this talent that is becoming a part and parcel of the talent war. So you go ahead, you hire, you get as much as you can, but what are you giving them in terms of benefits, in terms of culture, in terms of their development, in terms of their career matters a lot. So yes, there's a lot of concentration going there as well. The industry is connecting, they're talking to each other to understand what more we can do better. And yeah, it's a complex interplay actually. So we kind of dealing with it. The industry is getting together to deal with it because everyone is facing the same issue. So yeah, the talent war is there. We have to do a lot of things.
Absolutely. So, Beenal, can you shed light on the diversity, equity, and inclusion agenda within your organization and how you actively incorporate these principles within your organization?
See, I'm very proud to say, in fact, NG is quite rich when it comes to diversity, equity, and inclusion because it's an integral part of our culture. You might be aware that our CEO is a female, and with that, it talks a lot about NG as an organization who believes a lot in terms of diversity. Well, I spoke about the gender diversity, but the organization believes a lot in having a lot of diverse and varied kind of resources because we want to make ourselves globally capable. So may it be any race, ethnicity, age, or any other sector. I'm talking from the global perspective. It's quite rich. I've seen that myself, and it gives you a very good and a culture which is rich, quite at the same time very collaborative as well. When we talk about India, since we are growing, it gives us naturally a path to diverse ourselves. So,
Hmm.
what we ensure is that apart from obviously having a different state, different age group, or gender, or all of these kind of people that we are hiring,
Hmm.
we ensure that they are taken care of well. So there are a lot of efforts put in to create an awareness programs of how to deal with these kind of diversities. There
Hmm.
are a lot of trainings. There are a lot of unconscious bias related awareness programs that we have promoted or we plan to promote. There are globally very specific programs related to dealing with diversity and inclusions. So these are certain methods that we do. At the same time, we are also ensuring that there are equal opportunities. So may it be work that is distributed, may it be rewards that is distributed, may it be promotions, career advancement. It is there and it is equal for all. So that is our agenda. Finally, the objective, it is quite cohesive for everyone. It's quite culturally rich for everyone. So that is our main objective as NGO organization.
So, Binal, how are your employee engagement strategies, especially when we talk about remote and hybrid work setup?
Okay. So, we've been talking a lot about how there is a talent war. Okay. So, engaging employees is very important.
Hmm.
And this will happen only if an employee is getting that kind of a culture to continue with the organization. Now, keeping in mind with your question, if it has to be remote or it has to be hybrid,
Hmm.
that is one of the agenda that we had implemented. I mean, just a couple of in the recent years. So what we have done is that we have made a hybrid working setup for people to work,
Hmm.
and so that they are able to utilize and have a work-life balance. So that's the kind of engagement that we definitely go for. The second is that when we are doing any kind of different engagements for the employees, which is a real demand for anyone, when we are even hiring the youngsters or any kind of population that we have.
Hmm.
Uh, any engagement has also happened virtually. At the same time, it's happened in the offices also. The third thing is, given the hybrid and given the work from office atmosphere, we don't really go or abide by the logging in and logging out timing at all. Our culture is very simple, that there is a flexibility for an employee, which means that an employee's the engagement with the organization or the performance assessments will actually decide his engagement. So will actually decide how he is being with the organization, not really when exactly what time he's actually entering in or exiting out. So these are certain elements which were old times, but we are trying to venture into the new methods. What you work, what you're delivering is important rather than what you are actually when you are actually coming in or coming out. So we are giving a
Hmm.
lot of flexibility there as well. Of course, there are certain methods where there's a lot of any type of engagement, may it be communication, may it be meetings, or anything that we do for hybrid. At the same time, for people working out of work setup,
Hmm.
everyone is involved in one way or another. It involves work or it involves celebration, everything. So the
Yeah.
engagement takes care of itself.
Hmm.
Only if I talk about engagement, we have gone beyond the employees. We even go directly to the families also.
Hmm.
So we've even gone to a level where we've asked families, the children, to come over to the workplace and spend a day over here
Hmm.
with their parents and work with us. So these are certain strategies that we use. Anything that we do in engagement does not limit it to be in office. We are even
Hmm.
dealing with 17, 18 different sites that we have. So
Hmm.
all of them are engaged in one way or the other. So they are hybrid for us. We are here, but we all are engaging and they're together. Communication takes continuous communications with each one of us is there,
Hmm.
and it is continuously even through through the systems, through virtual meetings, through virtual connects, all of this. So
Hmm.
nothing stops us. It's just that we are engaging, we are giving them any kind of training. We are making people meet with the global teams, global training programs, global conferences, anything. So technology is something that is used at most. So yes, this is what we do actually.
These are important points to consider, Vinal. And thank you so much for sharing your valuable perspective with us today. And it's been a pleasure having you on this show. And for our viewers, let's continue to learn and grow together. And don't forget to tune in to the next episode of We Talk Talent series. Have a fantastic day ahead. Thank you so much.